Weather forecasters are reminding East Alabama residents to make sure they have reliable warning systems in place ahead of the storms expected this weekend. Alabama's highest point is undergoing a big transformation, and an area musician will get his big national break this weekend.
A high risk for severe weather coming to East Alabama for Saturday, including damaging, destructive, violent tornadoes. We will have the complete forecast for all of East Alabama coming up. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wedowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Katie Edwards. Governor Kay Ivey issued a state of emergency for all 67 counties in Alabama this afternoon in advance of a major storm system expected this weekend. Chances are good that the state will be hit by severe weather, and forecasters now say that some of the worst storms may occur during the evening hours. Officials with the National Weather Service office in Birmingham say residents need to have good, reliable ways to get warnings at night. Having multiple ways to receive warnings ensures that effective neighborhoods will receive a warning even if one of the methods fails to go off. A weather radio is a great option, and many counties have online notification systems. People are being warned not to rely on outdoor sirens because they can sometimes fail and can be hard to hear from inside a building. The Calhoun County Emergency Management Agency announced this afternoon that all of the local community shelters will be open when the county goes under a tornado watch. If a tornado warning is issued, these shelters will remain open. Not all of the community safe rooms are under the operation of the county government, so people with questions are asked to contact the agency with each respective safe room. Some of the shelters are opened by sheriff's deputies, so it may take a few minutes for them to arrive and unlock the doors. Besides Calhoun, Etowah County plans to open all of its shelters when needed this weekend, and other local municipalities are making similar arrangements. John Holder will be here in a few minutes with more details on what kinds of threats the weekend holds for East Alabama. Workers are transforming the former motel on top of Cheaha Mountain into a new lodge that is expected to open for business in about a year. Officials with the state park system say the new facility will feature 3 hotel towers with a total of 32 guest units in a variety of configurations. The towers will be connected by breezeways of copper-colored aluminum designed to reflect sunlight and will align with the summer solstice. Each hotel unit will have a private balcony with views of the surrounding mountains and valley below. The project also includes a rooftop bar and a meeting space that can accommodate conferences, business meetings, executive retreats, weddings, and family reunions. Funding for the project comes from an $85 million bond measure approved by Alabama voters in 2022. Site preparation for the Cheaha State Park Lodge began in December of 24, and the project is expected to be completed in early 2026. A busy local musician will be on national television this weekend. We'll have those details next.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Need tough, comfortable workwear? Rainouts in Heflin has boots, jeans, hats, and gear built for the toughest jobs. From the farm to the pipeline, Rainouts has gear for men, women, and kids, so the whole family can tackle the toughest jobs with confidence. We've got the quality you need with a hometown service you'll love. Stop by today next to WM Grocery and gear up with great prices and a local touch. Rainouts, where hard work meets Western style.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
A former Gadsden State Community College student, Isaiah Moore, is set to appear Sunday night on ABC's American Idol program. The 22-year-old Springville native has already gained attention for a musical journey that led him from the local stages to the national spotlight. Moore says his experience on the popular program filled him with nervousness, excitement, and pure joy. Moore was a member of the college's a cappella choir and the Gadsden State Singers, and he also performed with the show band as a vocalist. While Moore is currently taking a break from coursework to focus on his singing career, he plans to return to Gadsden State to earn an associate degree in general studies. Moore's American Idol journey began with a virtual audition last August. He was one of 150 people participating in that competition, and his performance won him a spot in the program's winner's circle. He was chosen to participate in live auditions in Nashville in front of celebrity judges Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Carrie Underwood. That audition was recorded on November 4th, and Moore says that's the performance that will be televised Sunday night at 7. Moore performed Where the Wild Things Are by Luke Combs and dedicated it to his brother, who was unable to be at the audition. He says performing in front of the celebrity judges was such a blur that he blacked out during the first half of the audition and doesn't remember parts of the experience. Moore says he looks forward to seeing the audition Sunday night and having people hear his story. One city is planning to hire lots of teenagers for part-time jobs this summer. More on that in a minute.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Welcome to Buster Miles Kia in Anniston, where we're dedicated to serving you with honesty and care. Whether you're shopping for a new or used car or need service, we're here to make it easy and stress-free. Visit us today at Buster Miles Kia, where great cars and family values come together. Buster Miles Kia, your trusted hometown dealership.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Young people looking for part-time work this year are invited to Anniston's Youth Summer Job Fair next week. The city will be hiring youths ages 16 through college for various summer job positions. Among the jobs to be filled are day camp director, which pays $15.29 per hour, day camp counselor, which pays $10.42 per hour, lifeguards at $14.19 per hour, and turf care workers at $10.42 an hour. The job fair begins next Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock at the Carver Community Center on West 14th Street. Attendees will receive helpful guidance on completing job applications and preparing for interviews. Applications for those jobs will be accepted from March 21st through April 10th. The Rainbow City Police Department Explorers Post 2729 had the chance to get an inside look at the Etowah County Detention Center Thursday evening. The group toured key areas of the facility, including the cells, central control center, and booking area. Chief Barry Smith walked the explorers through the operations of the detention center, offering them a deeper understanding of how it runs. A current inmate also volunteered to speak to the group, sharing personal insights on the importance of making better choices in life. This visit was made possible thanks to the efforts of the Rainbow City Police Department and Chief Camp Yancey, who organized the event to provide these young explorers with valuable educational experience. Well, we probably don't have to tell you there's a lot to be said today in the weather. John Holder is standing by in the EAN Weather Center with the details. John?
Katie, indeed, we have a big day of weather coming. We have our highest risk for tornadoes that we have had in East Alabama in 4 years coming up tomorrow. We will break down the forecast for tomorrow and the tornado weather that's coming.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth from CARES Direct Primary Care. Do you want convenient 24/7 access to health care? We're available in person, by text, phone, and video visit. Sooner or later, we all get sick. A quick trip to an ER or urgent care can quickly add up to more than the cost of 1 year's membership of Direct Primary Care. If you have a high deductible, you can quickly burn through that before your insurance activates. Join CARES DPC today.
EAN News would like to thank all our commercial sponsors. Go check out our sponsors' links in the description below.
If you have lived in the South long enough, you know what tornado weather feels like. Truly tornado weather, usually preceded by sunshine and a gusty south wind. That's what we had today across East Alabama. Our EAN weather cam looking at Quintard Avenue in Anniston. A few high clouds, but a sunny sky today. Winds directly out of the south, bringing us that unstable warm air off of the Gulf of Mexico. Our high today, 78 degrees, way above the average of 66. Our low this morning at 53, again, way above the average low of 44 degrees. And these temperatures are not going anywhere for the next 24 to 36 hours. Tonight is literally the calm before the storm. We're only dropping down to 61 tonight. If you have Friday night activities, let me stress this. There is going to be no problems tonight. There are no problems whatsoever tonight across East Alabama. We do not see any rainfall coming until way after midnight, probably early tomorrow morning, maybe around sunrise, somewhere along in there. So we don't see any problems with the weather tonight. This 40% chance of rain, that is going to be close to sunrise tomorrow, perhaps after 4 or 5 a.m. So if you have Friday night plans, if you're going out to eat, going to the ball field, anything like that going on tonight, no problem. We'll have a warm wind coming out of the south. That's what we'll have. And there's no problems tonight in the overnight hours. That will change tomorrow. Tomorrow's forecast going to be very warm. Even at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, we're looking at 67 degrees. And then we're looking at showers and thunderstorms. We've got 2 rounds coming in. One is really not going to be a big deal. Tomorrow morning, we could see a rumble of thunder, some showers. The big story for the first round of this is going to be back over in West Alabama, not for us here in East Alabama. But by lunchtime, we could have showers and thunderstorms developing. The temperature is 75 degrees already by lunchtime. And then the dangerous part of what we're talking about is tomorrow afternoon. At 3 o'clock, we're at 80 degrees. And by that time, we very well could have severe thunderstorms, including long-track violent tornadoes bearing down on us here in East Alabama coming up tomorrow afternoon, for the rest of the afternoon, and into tomorrow night as well. Here's the 7-day forecast, and then we're going to take you back and look in depth at the severe weather threat. 80% chance of those tornadic thunderstorms tomorrow with a high at 80, way above the average. A small chance of a shower on Sunday. This is not severe. This will be a leftover lingering shower very early in the day on Sunday. No problems heading out to church and Sunday school. Chance of rain 30%. Sunshine by the afternoon. The high at 67. A cool day, relatively speaking, on Monday. We're about at our average. Our average is about 66 degrees. We'll be at 65 on Monday after a chilly morning. But then we're right back in the 70s again. 75 degrees on Tuesday, 77 on Wednesday. Very nice spring days coming up. Small chance of a shower Thursday as temperatures cool off a little bit, back down to average. But again, we don't see any freezing temperatures, and certainly we don't see any high temperatures below 60 degrees or so coming up in the next several days. Well, let's take a look at a couple of graphics here to talk about what is happening. Storm Prediction Center earlier this afternoon out in Norman, Oklahoma, released their outlook for tomorrow. This is the day 2 severe weather outlook, and you will see in the purple here, that is a high risk. We typically only see these 1 or 2 times a year anywhere in the United States. This is the first time that we have had a high risk being issued for us here in East Alabama in 4 years. It is also only the third time ever in the history of the United States that we have had a high risk issued the day before. Typically, this is on the day of the event, but to be issued a day before, only the third time in history. Basically, Jackson, Mississippi, up to Meridian, back to Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and yes, it does include Anniston. Anniston is included in this high risk of severe weather, and that means basically pretty much guaranteed we're going to have a tornado outbreak coming tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And not just tornadoes, but violent tornadoes. Could we see EF2s, EF3s, EF4s, maybe a rare EF5, certainly somewhere in even this moderate risk, all the way down to the Florida Panhandle, Louisiana, most of Mississippi, all of Alabama, even over into the western suburbs of Atlanta. Anywhere in this area right here where you see red and purple, we could have very strong tornadoes coming up tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. Now, let's take a look at our next graphic here. This will show you what we're looking at. You can see kind of close up this in the pink here. This is the high risk, and you can see doesn't include Gadsden, but it does include most of Calhoun County, including Anniston, all the way back down the I-20 and 59 corridor. That does include Jasper. It includes Tuscaloosa. Does not include Montgomery, but we're acting like that they're not in a big severe weather threat. They are a moderate risk. We don't see many of those either. This is just how intense this severe weather outbreak is going to be. Basically, when you're in the pink, it's guaranteed that you're going to have high-end, damaging, violent, severe weather in this area of pink. What's the timing on this? Again, we think most of the action with this second round is going to start around lunchtime over in West Alabama. These storms will build in eastern Mississippi, cross the state line. So in places like Tuscaloosa, down to the Meridian area, back up on the I-22 corridor, back up into Marion County and places like that, probably 12 noon, maybe as late as 9 p.m. Then you've got this corridor in central Alabama from 2 to 11 o'clock. That would include Metro Birmingham. And then for us here in East Alabama, going to be looking at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Be aware, though, this is not an exact timing. It's not like we're going to flip a switch at 4 o'clock. These storms are going to be moving very quickly. So we could have storms as early as 2 or 3 o'clock. Could last till 1 a.m. in the morning. I think probably the sweet spot for us here in East Alabama is probably 4 o'clock or so till about 9 o'clock. That's when we expect the worst of the weather late tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening here in East Alabama. What are we looking at? Well, let me just slide to this side and show you. Tornadoes. Not only tornadoes, but strong, long-lived tornadoes, the kind of tornadoes that stay on the ground for 40, 50 miles, something like that, maybe even more than that. And they will be strong tornadoes. EF2, as we said, are larger. Damaging thunderstorm winds. We'll have a lot of tornado warnings tomorrow, but we'll also have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings tomorrow, as we will have damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, even apart from tornadoes tomorrow. Large hail up to 2 inches. That's golf ball size hail that we could have, especially close to these tornadic thunderstorms tomorrow, and also torrential rainfall. We could be looking at 2 to 4 inches of rainfall as well. Even away from the tornadic storms and the severe thunderstorms, we're going to have gradient winds. You're seeing those pick up today. That will continue tonight. Winds will be 20 or 30 miles per hour tonight. During the day tomorrow, we have a wind advisory that has been issued. That will be in effect for all of East Alabama beginning at 7 o'clock in the morning all the way until 3 o'clock the next morning on Sunday morning, and that's for gradient winds that could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. That's before the storms even get here. There's also a flood watch in effect. We've got every kind of severe weather that you can imagine, and it's all going to be at the extreme, and it's all coming here to East Alabama coming up tomorrow and tomorrow evening. So again, be alert tomorrow. A lot of things are going on, but a lot of things are being canceled because of this severe weather risk. Stay safe out there, and we'll be back here tomorrow morning bright and early at 6 a.m. with your Saturday weather at a glance, which promises to be, unfortunately, a memorable Saturday across East Alabama. Right now, more EAN Local News. Here's Katie.
Thanks for the update, John, and thank you for watching us today. You can find us every weeknight on Facebook and YouTube, our website, and on Rumble. Go to the platform of your choice and watch our news, sports, and weather coverage whenever it's convenient for you. We hope you'll stay safe this weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday for your news on your schedule.